Yeah, and it's my mom. Hang on a minute, this will be fun. Mom, I'm gaming right now!
Yes. Yes, you are.
Mom, I'm gaming right now! With my friends, Mom!
Hey, don't do that, me! Hey, I'm here too!
Mom! I'm gaming with my friends! What do you want?
Hey,
And I'm streaming, Mom! Mom!
I'm hanging up.
I love you, Mom.
Only 5 minutes left. A fire team that fights together stays together. Double down. Tell them to line up faster. Fantastic work.
Oh my God. I didn't just do that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I think Marv would have been very proud of me in that moment.
I have the holocron. See here. You didn't make it, Grease.
Here? Did you get out?
Ah! Ah! I don't know what happened there. Wikipedia for me, but I have a Wikipedia. And I hate it. Oh wait, is that an empty? Tell me that's an empty suit. Okay, it's an empty suit. Okay. Oh, but I don't like the music that's playing. I do not care for the music that is playing right now. And there's a lot of ammo around here. There's a lot of ammo around here. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there.
Which
And
should be the upcoming update that's...
What the hell is that?
that is Barry. Barry. So you gotta say hey to Barry.
So is this the haunted house in the Halloween season?
More or less.
And they just keep all their
just keep going along.
other
You're doing
prop?
fine. You're doing fine.
Oh fuck! What was that? What was that? What the hell is that?
What was that? I don't know. You tell me.
What was that? Okay, yeah. You know what, T? You know I will get you for this.
Yeah, I know.
I will
Oh,
get you.
bullshit! You're the one, dude. You're the one that took me to TWA at night. I don't want to fucking.
Oh, well, I missed this.
All right. Anything on your EM?
Do you want to play ball with me? Okay. Fuck that.
We are off and running, chat. Here we go. All right, Phil, move forward. Now, Phil, I will tell you right now, I will not leave you alone in this game. Open this door, Phil. Open this door to your left.
The one that I'm okay.
Yeah, the one on the left. Okay, walk in there. And read what is on the portrait, Phil.
How was that? Was that you?
No.
Because I didn't read anything and I just heard a noise.
No. Just
Magna.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
That switch does not seem to do anything. Exactly. It just shuts off the armor.
It shuts off the armor.
Alright, let me see if there's a switch over here. These switches here.
That was not us.
Again. Alright.
I think I heard Sabrina say mom.
Huh?
What? I thought you were in another room.
No, she didn't say anything.
Did you not?
I heard that.
I thought
that was Serena. I heard Mom.
Me too.
I heard it too.
It wasn't.
That was not a real person.
I'll tell you what, I know, I'm gonna take a seat over here.
Maker.
Maker. You're probably told not to speak to strangers. And that's fine. That's fine. My name is T. And over there's my...
Was that you squeaking?
Ooh, no, that wasn't. I heard that.
Yeah, that's now I hear you squeaking.
I heard
What was that? It sounded like a voice.
I don't... It did.
Yeah, it wasn't your... Because
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't... Nothing got caught in my throat. There was... I marked it, but... it was a mumble. Did you heard that, right?
100%.
Cat, I swear, are you really doing this to me? Are you seeing this? Ah! Damn it, Cat! Don't... Oh my God! The cat... You little jerk! Man? What did you do to my game, Cat? I swear to God.
Is that still going off in there, Tina? I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very... Wow, hang on. It's a very rushed... It sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Which is ironic when you think about it, because usually people say, "Oh, all theaters are haunted." I don't think all theaters are haunted.
Well, this one's definitely got in it, definitely.
I mean, something's.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're just not talking to us right now.
They're just not talking to us right now.
You want to go into the green room?
But I ask you, since when does an actor never want to talk about themselves?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twitch Dad, and I'm here. Yeah, this is where it starts to get super creepy. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be, chat. I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be. So there you go.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Okay. Glad I got that out of my system. Overriding it can destroy my software, but I made that choice when I hooked into the first computer and the consequences it would bring. I'm sorry we won't see the outside together. But I needed to carry on the memories of humanity to hold on to the past. But I see futures in companions and you. Here, let me take that off of you. You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Oh, damn it. This is going to be another Last of Us ending where I cry, isn't it? I'm tearing up already. Oh. He's headbutting him. Oh. Oh, my heart! Oh, my heart! Oh. Why am I crying at a video game? Oh my god. I did it, hon. I did it, hon. I am. I've been astray. Worth every minute. Worth every minute. I'll move your butt just a little bit. There you go.
What?
I wonder if she's pregnant.
She does look like. I was just wondering if her belly was a little bit big.
Yeah,
Maybe that might be why she's hungry.
that might be.
So, Jack, you are upset that Wesley fought for Virginia, fought against his own people from Gettysburg. That must have been aggravating.
Did someone just? Did you just whisper? Did you just whisper?
Keep going. Everything you got. Oh, I don't know. I'm worried. He's back at red.
Come on.
Oh no.
Steve Saylor! Steve Saylor! You did it! You did it! Congratulations, Steve Saylor! You just picked up your second seal. That's a motherfucking raid seal. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
I fucking love it when T gets hyped.
The teammate entirely of your clan. Hold on. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you just saw 80 inches of me touching my nipples on your wall. You're never gonna look at your wall the same way again. Okay. I don't mind saying it. Today has been a day of professional streaming. Professional streaming. You can't handle this heat. You can't. Because I sure damn can't. How you doing, everybody? Oh, man. So, where do we begin? Okay, first off, I thought my music was going to be on one channel, which is why you suddenly got a blast of industrial. Yes, Fee, this is real. This is real. And for those of you who are on YouTube, I can also say, Independent Puppy, if you're still out there on YouTube, I can honestly promise you there is going to be like paranormal investigation on the stream. It's not a gaming channel, although I do need to update the hype reel because there's a lot of gaming on said channel. First one to admit that. And first, I should introduce myself. Yo, Nightmare Library. I saw you follow Nightmare Library, and I thought that is a great username. And if you're into the paranormal, good time to be here on the stream. If you're into horror gaming, maybe later on the stream. I don't know. Not this particular stream, but we're going to be doing some stuff definitely with the paranormal tonight. First off, hi, everybody. My name is T. Marv. I see you out there along with Panic, Panic Bear. Love me some Panic Bear. And then, of course, Secondhand, Fee, everybody, you know, the usual suspects. Thank you very much for all being here. It really means a lot to me. My name is T. You can call me TT Monster or Twitch Dad. And I am really having a day. There's no other word for it. I am having a freaking day. Let me explain what happened. So I was getting stuff set up and for the day. And one of the things that I did was I did a full reinstall of Streamlabs so that I could make sure I could still be doing stuff over on YouTube as well as stuff on Twitch tonight and tomorrow. And I had for some reason I had pushed start stream or go live, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't want to do this, so I closed the window, kind of day I've been having. And I look, and I'm like, okay, I'm not streaming. So I just go, yo, how you doing there, Pedro? And I'm just going ahead, doing my usual thing that I do in the office when I zone out. I really kind of petered out today. Not really sure what's going on. Not really sure what's happening with me mentally today. Today's just one of those days where, and I'm sure you've had those days. And if you don't, here's the day I've been having. I get in the office. I got a to-do list pulled up. I'm ready to get started, and I just can't stop. I can't help myself. I start doom scrolling. Now, granted, I think part of the reason why I've been doom scrolling is, and no, again, for anybody watching on YouTube or here on Twitch, no, this is not the normal chat. But I just finished. You talk about mainlining some dark content. I just finished yesterday. I had finished, I finished a deep dive 4-part docuseries about Jeffrey Epstein. I felt like I needed to get a few more details to understand what it was I was talking about and how deep this whole thing went. And yes, that's a great way to describe it. And you know what I followed it up with, Fee? Want to know what I followed up that with? I followed that up with a brand new 4-part docuseries that just dropped about Ruby Franke and Jody Hildebrandt. If you don't recognize either of those names, Ruby Franke was the mom influencer. She was the host of a very popular YouTube series called 8 Passengers. I know, that's a lot to take in, secondhand. That's a lot to take in. When you do dark... Did I see my message about the... No, I did not. Are you talking... So, where did you send it? Did you send it to... Because I didn't see anything over on Discord, but then again, like I said, my brain's been in a fog because I just finished the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I just segued into the Rudy and Jody thing again, because I think there's a Netflix one about her as well. And I was particularly drawn towards the Epstein thing, not because of what has been lingering in the White House, but more about the Epstein survivors stepping up and saying, well, if you're going to continue to call this a Democratic hoax, let me tell you what. And I've been watching the fallout of of people leaving visibly upset after the depositions of these witnesses, not the witnesses, the victims, and then the victims coming out and speaking on the steps of the Capitol Hill. So, let's go. Let's freaking go. The thing that I find the most shameful of it all is that Congress thinks they can go on ahead, strike up a deal with Ghislaine, and everything's copacetic now. We're good. Because we all know what an avid reader, Donald Trump is. It's not. You know what? You say that secondhand, but I would say this: you don't know for sure. I'm sorry. It's become too big now. It's become too big. If something were to happen to any of these victims, if something were to happen to any of them now, it's like an oligarch going out on a patio to enjoy a sunrise, and then suddenly falling to their deaths. I'm just saying, it's too big now. It's too big, and so I've been kind of in a weird fog, if you will, all day today. Oh, and piling everything on top of that. Last night's Alien Earth episode. Holy sweet crap almighty.
Shit just got real.
What? Good gravy. Good freaking gravy. That's all I can really say. I mean, if you are squeamish in any way when it comes to horror, I do not recommend Alien Earth. They are not holding back. I guess I didn't, Fee. I really didn't. And today like I said, I spaced out. I'm glad I wasn't like scratching myself or ripping farts or anything. I'm too untold today. But I've just been all over the place. I've been all over the freaking place. And it was muted, but I don't think my mic was muted. My mic was like up here, so it was partially muted. Or the toes ban. Yeah, the toes getting that toe ban, which I would say is better than the toe cheese. But I mean, I was just completely out of it. And then I happened to notice, why does it say I have 5 viewers? And then I looked and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, everybody's commenting. And of course, I had my card reveal camera on. My desk is a wreck because I've been doing some organizing. Everybody, I've also kind of fallen into the deep dark abyss that is Mana Box. And Mana Box is this app that helps you. I mean, really helps you organize your card collection. So I'm finally getting that done, and I am happy to say that right now, instead of being surrounded by a whole bunch of different cards that I have no idea if they are loose cards or what have you, these are all the loose cards that I have left to find a place for. This is it. And I'm going to be scanning them. I'm actually thinking too, I'm hoping that if Thor doesn't give me some guidance, that maybe I'll find I'll find another avenue to take. But I'm thinking I'm going to sell some of my cards. One, to make room in the box for other cards, and the other reason I want to make some. I've been putting a lot of money into Magic the Gathering. And just based on some of the hits I've been getting on the cards that I've scanned, I'm like, maybe it's time I should see if Magic can do a little bit of payback for me. Now, granted, I'm not going to make back any of the money that I've already spent. Don't get me wrong. In fact, tomorrow I've got some stuff from Arcane Fortress that I'm going to be unwrapping, and that's tomorrow morning. But yeah, I had a little happy package from. Not a free happy package. This is a package that I ordered, but I got some stuff from Arcane Fortress. I'm doing a total reorganization of the cards. It needed to be done. And for anybody that's new to me over on YouTube, again, this is how things go. I get myself warmed up mentally for an hour, and then I really deep dive into some stuff. But I also want to take the time to catch up with everybody, because this is the first stream I've been able to do since Labor Day weekend. We had the Rossies come in for the weekend. It was a really terrific time. And yeah, this is normal. No, there's nothing normal on this stream. You know that by now, secondhand. Come on. That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. So yeah, I've been kind of out of sorts today. And I just. It's just been I'm not really sure what brought it on. But it could also be that I've been pushing so hard this past week that now I feel like, okay, I think I might need to take a breath. So let me explain that about taking a breath. I got some really good news for everybody. Layout is done. The proof should be here. Should be here to Friday.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
We are good. We are good to go for an October release of the first anthology, the first new fiction I have done in quite some time. It is coming to print early October, and name of the collection is called Inspired by True Events. It is 9 short stories. 4 of them are from Phil, 4 in there are from me, and then the last one we wrote together. And I am super stoked to bring you all some brand new fiction. Oh, look at this! And I got my first combo started. Let's go! Yeah, the combo thing just activated on my stream, so I am super stoked to finally see that come up. Thank you, Panic. Look at this. Panic coming in hard with the combo. I appreciate that. I mean, let's go.
He's got cats on stream?
I usually
God,
do.
What can't T-Monster do? I'm not even being facetious. It's like a really good stream.
And yes, I am pleased to announce that in October we're going to be releasing Inspired by True Events. Am I going to be doing anything particularly for like a pre-release or anything like that? Probably not. I just want to get this thing out. I want to get this out. I want to get it out to everybody, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you all this. Now, I don't mind saying, yes, I did lean in. My 4 short stories, 3 of them are from the Ministry of Peculiar Occurrences. 2 of them have never been published. One of them is making its grand debut. But A Matter Between Gentlemen, the Amaru incident, and In the Spirit of Christmas, those 3 are all Ministry of Peculiar Occurrences stuff. So I leaned in. Thank you, Panic, and thank you, Secondhand, for that that combo. That's very. I really do appreciate that. I was wondering if anybody was going to take advantage of that combo, and you did not disappoint. Thank you, ladies. So so the last story, though, well, I should say, that's teamwork right there, exactly. Mods the most. I'm just saying, mods the most. Now, I did want to add to that, though, the 4th story that's just me, that's just been written by me. There's a 4th story there called Ghost in the Machine. And that is the first straight up, I sat down and said, I'm going to be writing horror. That really kind of, just kind of came into fruition. The theme, obviously the theme of the book, as you can guess, since it's Phil and myself, is that it is what we're calling a connected paranormal experience. You've got stuff, the short stories have to deal with either cryptids, UFOs, and we're still calling them UFOs. We're old school like that here. But it's cryptids, UFOs, and ghosts. And that's what the anthology is. And some of the stuff that's in there, we don't mind saying, some of the stuff that's Inspired by True Events is actually, we're going to leave it up to you. Where did they get the inspiration for this? Where did this how did this become fruition? And the last one specifically is tied into something that happened with us, me and Phil, in an outing with OSI. So I was pretty proud that we got that one in print. That one's called A Night at the Asylum. So yeah, we got some great, and I there's a story that Phil, of course, Phil being Phil, he brought his A game with some of his short fiction. But the story that I'm the most excited about, that is in this print, it's a story called Snowbound, and it is of Phil's short fiction. This is my favorite short story of his, hands down, bar none. I was listening to this while I was driving to work. And I remember I was getting freaked out listening to it. I freaking love Snowbound. It is, and I've told Phil that. I said, you just got to know, it's gonna be, Snowbound is gonna be in there. And he was like, I know you. Okay. Wasn't one of your stories you were writing about ghost investigation that gave you bad vibes? I thought you hinted about doing a story about that event. Something like that. When you see the collection, which, yes, will be available, it's going to be available in print and in ebook format. So the bigger question, are we going to do an audiobook release? I have to sit down and find out if Phil has the bandwidth for that. Because, again, something that we've discovered, the Rossies are moving forward, literally, and they are going to be soon residents of Lynchburg, Virginia. So, once again, they've worked out. It's one of those things where, things just happen for a reason, and it looks like that's happening finally for the Rossies. It's finally happening in a good respect to them. So I'm very excited to bring them to Phil, Pip and I are excited. The Rossies are elated. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. And are they taking a risk similar to me and Pip? Yeah, they're taking a risk. I don't mind saying it. They're taking a risk, but you know what? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, and it's going to work out, and it's going to be great. And I'm super jacked for them. So who knows? We might have some live streams where Phil and I are actually in studio together. That could happen. I don't know if it's going to be this studio because it is such a tight. It's tight fit for one. It's tight fit for one. So for two, it might be a little crowded. But yeah, so the book is a go. We were tweaking the layout and with the book being the priority that it is, I think we're gonna do some more short programming this weekend. I know I have it down though. There's gonna be a brand new premiere on tomorrow for Old Spirits. This weekend we have on the schedule that Old Spirits is having a brand new investigation / premiere this coming Saturday night. I think we're going to push that back a week. I want to make sure it's right. I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure it's right. Now we are going to be looking at the footage from we're going to be looking at we're going to be presenting once the investigation is ready to go. We're going to be presenting footage from the location that we're looking at tonight, which is the GhostStop headquarters here in Lynchburg. But I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure that everything is smooth and we're good in that respect. Real quick, everybody. Attention, all personnel. Ads in 35 seconds. Ads in 35 seconds. That is all. Also, for those of you sitting over there on YouTube, hanging out on YouTube, don't worry if you miss the ads. That's because the ads are pretty much a Twitch thing only. YouTube, you guys are golden. Hang out, feel free. I'm gonna try to not go into any more big news or announcements or reveals or anything like that until everybody gets back. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for being here. Again, we appreciate you. And it's a thrill to be bringing you all this new content. Now, for those of you who may or may not have been here for one of my live streams, when we're doing footage review, let me explain what it is we do here. YouTubes do not get the YouTube ads. I'm not sure how YouTube handles. YouTube is still kind of navigating the live aspect of things, and as far as I know, when Twitch gets ads, I don't think YouTube gets ads. The YouTube ads happen when people watch the long form content, and I just don't think they have quite figured out how to do midstream ads. Now they do have the workaround, which is you sub to, I think it's called YouTube Red, or it's just you sub to YouTube. It's a similar thing to Twitch Turbo. And then you never get ads, whether you're watching a live or whether you're watching a pre-recorded thing. So, but for those of you who are new to the stream, either on YouTube or here on Twitch, either way, here's what you're going to see tonight. Tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the footage, the remaining footage from when Phil Rossi and I investigate a location. Tonight's location is the headquarters of GhostStop, where they make all the gadgets that you see on the different shows, whether it's an Ovilus, whether it is a Flux 2, whether it is a new Spirit Box. Oh, which reminds me of something that I wanted to look up. There's there's a lot going on here. And we're all very and what we do is we go on ahead and we review the evidence. I take down the bed music that you see here, and I basically say, okay, let's go on ahead and let's see if we caught anything. And I put people through the same paces that you would that if you were in a setting, if you were in a hang on 1 second, everybody. Oh, there we go. That's the one I was looking at. Okay. Yep. All right. If you were in the field with me, and we're doing the thing, you know, we're shooting video, we're recording audio, we're doing all that stuff. Well, the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that once you have gone through all the pacing of an investigation, where you're videoing, you're doing the video stuff, and you're recording audio, the real trick now is that you got to take some time to sit down and actually look at this stuff. You got to review it, and I think sometimes people, when people say, "Oh, you faked that, you did this, you did that," you know, all the different accusations that people come at you with. What I do with these two streams for my Wednesday and Thursday night streams is I sit you down and say, okay, here's how we do this. And if you think with the amount of hours, and these are the hours that you sit with me, and you see how long it takes me just to get through in half an hour to an hour's worth of footage, and you go, wow, this is way more meticulous than I realized. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do here, and that is what separates paranormal entertainers from paranormal investigators. One of the things that annoys me about a lot of these paranormal teams that are saying that, yeah, we're paranormal investigators, is they rarely give you replays. They rarely give you replays. It's always on the spur of the moment. And to me, it is not what you catch. It's not what you catch live on stream. It's what happens when you are it's when you are going through the footage, and suddenly you hear a voice that you know isn't any of you. You know for a fact that's none of you. And it's one of the things that for me, this is open transparency for paranormal investigation. Because I'm not only letting you watch me go through the various steps and processes that we go to try to find out, did we catch a voice? Did we catch a electronic voice phenomenon? Did we catch a shadow figure? Because most of the time, you will not see that in real time. It's always afterwards. And yes, there are people that fake stuff. Yes, there are people that put stuff in post-production, and they get constantly busted for that. But what we at OSI are trying to do is we're trying to show you this is the process we go through. This is the process that I put my footage through and Phil's footage through, and we try to make sure that we are above board in every possible way. We really believe that integrity is everything, and it takes you a long, long time. And honestly, we're still new players at this. We are still new players in this field, old spirits. We're going to be 5 years old in 2026. And the thing about building integrity, it is the hardest thing to build. It is the easiest thing. It is the easiest thing to just screw up. So there's a lot of reasons why we do this, but we also make it an open forum for people on YouTube and on Twitch to ask them questions about where we are, the history of the building, the gadgets that we use, the processes that we use, and I don't mind sharing that with you all, because for me, that's a chance for you to really test what I know and how serious am I taking this. And I'd also say things like, yeah, you know what? These are the working theories, because there's nothing that has been proven in science. I can write, I've been published before. I've been published before on different things that I do in the field. That was something that happened with the symposium last year. I have been published in paranormal studies about, this is what we do and this is how we do it. I have seen other people propose different theories about paranormal investigation on a whole. And really, when it comes right down to it, there's nothing that has been proven yet. The way I look at paranormal investigation, I've said this before, is that paranormal investigation is a lot like gentlemen scientists of the late 19th century. Because when you find out about some of the stuff that we still use to this day, when it comes to, different medical practices and things like that, you find out that a lot of these guys, if they didn't hold degrees in science, a lot of times these guys would just be gentlemen scientists. They were enjoying a pint with the lads, and they suddenly said, "Hello, what if I pondered this particular hypothesis?" And the other scientists would be sitting around, cigars in one hand, brandy in the other, going, "Balderdash! You're just a rapscallion. You don't have the training of science," and they wind up getting lucky. That's kind of what paranormal investigation is. These different hypotheses have been passed down to us, and some of them, they hold merit. I mean, there are things that there's a great line in Hamlet. It says, "There are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamt of in our philosophies." And, I consider myself a very critical thinker. I want to have all the facts in front of me as much as I can. A perfect example of that was the investigation that we just wrapped up at the Rocking Cradle House. I wanted to know if there was something to that weird sound frequency thing that we were all hearing, where, as we're listening to the audio, you hear a very subtle audio frequency. It goes down and it comes back up, and it goes down and it goes up. And it was the only place in the entire video where that audio frequency change happened. And during that, as we're listening to the portal, which is, it's one of these things where it works on a paranormal hypothesis that because spirits are created with electromagnetic energy, or they're comprised of energy, they can manipulate radio frequencies and things like that, and these different devices like radios and our phones, and they can send us messages. And while this subtle frequency thing is happening, you hear you just hear this very subtle change on the spirit box, on the portal. You hear twice the word "listen." If that's a coinky-dink, if that is coincidental, that's a really hella good coincidence. Because we won't hear a frequency change like that in real time. We will hear it, though, when I'm sitting here and I'm going, "Hey, wait a minute. The audio sounds borked here." Let's see here. So Marv just sent, well, he didn't just send me this. He sent me this earlier today. I want to see what this is. Hold on a second. Have I missed you covering this? Oh, dear. Let's see what this is. The Conjuring Last Rites Review. 1980 set paranormal horror proves stubbornly resistant to change. 2 stars out of 5 from The Guardian. I mean, here's the thing about the Warren Cinematic Universe. They have been, now I think I have covered this before. The weirdest thing about the weirdest thing about the Conjuring movies was that before the first one came out, before The Conjuring came out, and for anybody that's curious, The Conjuring is the extremely famous case of Ed and Lorraine Warren and what is now known as the Conjuring House. And that movie really did it Hollywoodized Ed and Lorraine Warren and their, I guess you could say, rise in popularity in paranormal circles. A lot of people have said, and even other paranormal investigators, both on this stream and elsewhere, have said, Ed and Lorraine Warren, and this is true, they did a lot. They did a lot to make paranormal investigation and paranormal experiences mainstream. And it's true. In the late 80s, early 90s, when Ed was still kicking around, when Ed and Lorraine were still kicking around, if people wanted to do something spooky, if they wanted, Sally Jeffrey Raphael or Oprah or any of these folks wanted to do or talk about something, and these daytime hosts, if they wanted to talk about something paranormal, something ghost related, Ed and Lorraine, they took their act on the road, and they openly talked about it. But here's the thing about the, and this is before I got into the weeds, the dirty details, if you will. What we got here, I think we were talking about the Warrens last time I was watching it. Probably. This is because, just so you know, this Wes, the reason why we're talking about, speaking of which, one of the people that mentioned this, they said, Wes actually said that the Warrens did a lot in making the paranormal mainstream, but they themselves used questionable methods and had even more questionable results. It's the dead horse that won't be buried. Yeah, exactly. The Warrens were, but here's where it gets a little creepy. When they negotiated the rights to do these Conjuring films, Lorraine Warren was still alive. Ed was he had shuffled off this mortar coil. But Lorraine said, "Here's some things you've got to get in the films and make it very clear in the films, and then I'll sign over the rights to some of these cases." First thing, you cannot shine Ed in a negative light in any way, shape, or form. You cannot make Ed look bad. Ed has to look good. Second, you have to portray our marriage as a loving, sweet, warm marriage. And that Ed, I think this was the third condition, that Ed always came to bat for me. Ed always protected me. And yeah, that seemed a little odd, but Warner Brothers needed something to make people jump at the box office, and I've seen the first Conjuring film. Okay, it's a great piece of cinema. Great piece of cinema. Is it a work of fiction? 95% of it, I believe. And the other thing that bothers me about, I never watched them. You're not missing. Well, there are better horror movies, Fee, that you could see out there. There are better horror movies than the Conjuring series. First off, the fact that they're saying that Ed and Lorraine Warren were the ones behind the Enfield poltergeist. You've heard me rant about that. But here's the thing about when people have asked me, have you ever gone to the Conjuring House? And I would say no, and I really don't have any desire to go to the Conjuring House. The thing about the thing, like, for example, the woman that has been so maligned in these Conjuring films, Bathsheba, the way that the script kind of made her the big bad. Now I'm getting stuff about the Warrens popping up my Facebook feed. Yeah. They brought the paranormal field to the mainstream. They did not represent true. Yes, exactly. They were the Sam and Colby of their day. They were the Sam and Colby of their day. They were the and when I say they were the Sam and Colby of the day, and I say they were the Call Me Chris and Selena Spooky Boo of their day, in all fairness, Selena and Chris and Sam and Colby, I want to make this clear. I apologize for them saying that the Warrens were them in the because the Warrens played on people's fears. They played on people's fears. We're not even going to touch the weirdness of Ed Warren's personal life. Because the way that now, and the thing that bothers me a lot about that is that the two actors, particularly Patrick Wilson, I'm a big fan of Patrick Wilson. I became a fan of Patrick Wilson when he made his big debut in the A-Team. He was Agent Smith in the A-Team. In the film A-Team, which the nostalgia boy in me absolutely ate it up with a spoon. But Patrick Wilson was completely off the rails and in such the best way. I loved him in that. I thought he was a terrific foil against Jason Momoa in Aquaman. Both Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Aquaman the Lost Kingdom. I think that was it, the Lost Kingdom. Both of those films were crap, but those two were great to watch play off of each other, particularly in the second one. I think Patrick Wilson's a great actor. I just feel like these two, I don't want to say they sold their souls, but I mean, I just the way and the reason why I'm not a big fan of this cookie cutter saccharine sweet image of the Warrens, the way they look. I recommend, if you've got the stomach for it, look up on YouTube. You can do this as the search: Ed and Lorraine Warren, Sally Jesse Raphael. They were talking about one of their famous cases. I don't know if it was one of the Conjuring films, but it was one of their famous cases. And near the end of that episode, Ed and Lorraine come out. And not only is Ed just trying to pick fights with the skeptics that are on the stage with him, and just being an absolute douche canoe. It's Lorraine Warren's reactions to Ed that make me particularly nervous. So I can understand why she had that rider in the contract saying, you got to portray our marriage as storybook perfect. Because it is. Ed's not throwing Lorraine under the bus. Ed's not, he's basically her white knight, yada, yada, yada. Ouch. So in this review all right, I gotta pull this up. So here's the review that Marv had sent me. This is the picture of the still for the, and the caption reads "Blonde Guignon," which so if you don't get the joke, there's a form of theater called Grand Guignol, which is it's spectacle. It's what would happen if a horror movie was live, was done live. There'd be a splatter zone, things like that. This was very, very popular in 19th century England. Sweeney Todd is a great example of Grand Guignol, but they called it Blonde Guignol. Ouch. But Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, I think they're terrific. I think they're terrific actors. But okay, so let's see what they have here. The first Conjuring, released in 2013. Wow, it's been that long. Wow, was a profitable hangover from the previous decade's Omen, Amityville, and Exorcist retreads, goosing 21st century audiences with things going bump in the night tricks, copped from comparable 1970s theatrical and TV movies. Yet, despite the sequels, it went big. 2016 Conjuring 2, converting the Enfield Poltergeist saga into a 4DX-ready theme park ride. Then Sideways, 2021's true crime adjacent The Devil Made Me Do It. The series' underlying mechanics have proven stubbornly resistant to change. The current multifaceted horror renaissance makes this an apt moment for the franchise to exit stage right. Facing these upstart punks, the general sluggish Last Rites presents as something akin to dad rock horror, doing jump scares what status quo used to do with power chords. One selling point that these films are character rather than carnage-driven now seems to be a liability. After a nicely cast prologue describing their days as young parents, Ed and Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson, and Vera Farmiga are reintroduced in 1986 when the films position these middle-aged squares as yesterday's exorcists, heckled by students who would rather talk Ghostbusters in the way today's cinemagoers will emerge discussing weapons or sinners. They head for a Pennsylvania household whose antique mirror doubles as a portal to hell. But there are 75 minutes of beigey soap before the usual satanic hokey cokey kicks off, forcing us to consider that the threat Armageddon poses for the forthcoming nuptials of the Warrens' daughter Judy, Mia Tomlinson. The squareness may be the point. The Warrens have become reassuring touchstones for folks who don't want their horror too messed up within its own narrow parameters as a delivery system for bland guignon. Last Rites may meet that core audience's specifications. Wilson Farmiga remains solidly incarnate, capable of enlivening even speculative spiritual dialogue. The filmmaking pulls no surprises out of the hat, though, and gives no indication that it would if it could. There's another creepy doll, demonic makeup from the Linda Blair Fall 73 range, and an ascent of a darkened staircase, but the floorboards have never seemed creakier. Last Rites has Howard Jones on the soundtrack and still feels obdurately Victorian. Oh, and that's the entire article. Okay. So, yeah. Basically, they're saying, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Like I said, I just, the thing about the Conjuring House though, as a place to visit, always a creepy doll. Always. Oh my God, that's one of the things, Fee, that made me go. I think I'm done going to at least this particular Paracon. Because, man, the amount of haunted dolls that are sold at these conventions. I mean, at Paracon, you could not spit and not hit an Annabelle wannabe, and not the actual Annabelle, but I'm talking about the cinematic Annabelle, the porcelain face that's got the pot marks on it, and it looks like it's been in a fire, but the lips are too red, that kind of thing. And this is the problem, is that people think that there are two camps when it comes to the Warrens. There's a camp that will follow the Warrens into, truly the fires of hell. They believe, oh yeah, the Warrens were legit. They were groundbreakers. They did so much for, paranormal investigation taken seriously. And then there's the other side of that argument, that particularly the still living relatives and the folks at Nesper, they will try to do if it got out. I don't mind saying this. If it got out, if I was at an event, let me rephrase that. If I was at an event where Nesper was, and they found out that I was on a panel trash talking the Warrens, yeah, they would make it a personal mission to make sure that not only do people hate me at that event, they would go even further and they would make sure that I was blackballed. Yo, how you doing there, Freddie? Good to see you. I love people think all spirits are living inside these dolls and objects, when from my experience, they just come and visit the attachment they have, if anyone is attached. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I actually had a discussion with someone about this today on YouTube. Someone was saying that there was, again, it's the episode that I'm still kind of confused is getting as much traffic as it is, albeit not as much traffic as our Rocking Cradle House episodes, but still, it's getting traffic. But I had somebody come on and say it's kind of far-fetched that you think there's activity here at the Dunker Church in pardon me, that's sitting on the battlefield at Antietam. Basically, it came out and they said after the war, it was used as a gas station. It was also used as a post office, and then it was reconstructed. It actually, fell apart during a windstorm. It was reconstructed in 1960, and then it was, it was enshrined as a historical site in 62. And they said, but it's not the original Dunker Church, so it's outlandish to think that that you would get paranormal activity there. And I was friendly. I said, look, first off, thanks for watching the episode, and thanks for the comment. We appreciate it. As far as the activity that we caught it. Regardless, we caught something happening there, but it was one thing. It wasn't like the Rock and Cradle House. It wasn't like Crescent. It wasn't like the old hospital where things were popping everywhere. We caught a lot of stuff at those other locations, but at the Dunker Church in Antietam, it was kind of quiet. It was actually one of our more quiet investigations. So why it's getting all this attention? I guess it's because somebody linked us in their show notes, and people love it. People love the Antietam history, and great. Is it one of my favorite places to visit? No, not really, because even after going through all the footage and everything, I was just like, yeah, it was kind of chill. It was kind of a quiet place. Attention, all personnel. Ads in 50 seconds. Ads in 50 seconds. That is all. And for those of you over on YouTube, you're fine. How you doing there, Sean? I'm doing fine. Thank you very much for asking. Hope you're having a good night. I went to a completely ruined church in the UK. We all heard someone stomping above us and then the door opening and closing. There was no upstairs anymore. Everyone heard the same thing. Yeah. And the thing is, I was explaining to this individual, I said, look, I was unaware that the church had been rebuilt. That I did not know. But when doing paranormal investigations, it's not just the building itself that may or may not have activity. There's the ground and the site that it's built on. And there were photographs of the Dunker Church standing. And it's just stunning to see the carnage that was around where that church was. They also mentioned the commenter mentioned that they brought in original pews and original furniture from the Dunker Church that had been rescued and it had been put back into the Dunker reconstruction. And I'm sitting here going, that could have some kind of energy about it. There's a lot of things that we don't know concerning paranormal investigation, and with this particular location, I we caught something, but I'd be the first one to say it's not just what the land has seen, but if it's getting traffic from people visiting, people finding out about the carnage of Antietam, it's no different than people finding out about what happened in Gettysburg, what happened at about what happened at the Manassas battlefield, what happened at the old hospital on College Hill. And what I would also argue is sometimes it's not the high traffic places that are the busiest. When I went, like for example, a lot of people, in this area, you either know about the Rock and Cradle House or you have no clue about it. There's no in between, oh, I heard about that, or oh yeah. It's either, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, or I've never heard of it. It's one or the other. And we were pretty blown away by some of the stuff that we picked up in the Rock and Cradle House. Footsteps, movement, stuff that was not a house settling. And then we even caught, an EVP, and then there was the whole thing that happened with Phil. So you have a lot to noodle through when it comes to the Rock and Cradle House. Now, as far as what we do here, I mean, I think I said it best in the opening slate of the last 2 episodes, which were, we're not doing jump scares. We're not doing special effects or any kind of fakery. And we're not screaming demon either. We're just sharing with you our experiences. And it's up to you to walk away with us and go, what just happened there? Now, if we can debunk it, we will be the first ones to do that. How you doing there, Mac? Good to see you tonight. I hope you're doing well. We will tell you straight up that this is. Oh no! Oh no! I hope it's not too. I hope it's not too bad. But yeah. Just pace yourself. If you wanted something chill, very very much that might just kind of lull you into a sleep. You're picking a good night because this is the footage review night. This isn't got the same electricity as a live, and I'll be coming in and out of the footage saying, okay, let's talk about what we saw. Let's I'll take your questions, that kind of thing. But I hope if it's just a head cold, yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst. Just make sure to stay hydrated, and don't hydrate yourself with soda. Like I'm just trying to get some sugar and caffeine in my system right now. This right here. I have a sweet tooth. I have the sweet tooth of a 3-year-old. So I am. It's something me and Thormagander hold in common. We both got wicked sweet tooths. So I'm trying very hard to manage my sweet tooth without having it affect my health. But I know this is a weird day for me because this is my second 100 calorie Coke, if you will. My second 100 calorie cherry Coke of the evening. And that's when I know. Okay, I'm having a tough day. I'm having an uphill kind of day. But on the plus side, yeah, we've got a Magic game scheduled for tomorrow. I'm excited about that. It's going to be me, Thormagander, President Noir, and I believe we have room for a 4th.
I suggest you let that one marinate.
So we'll have to see if we have a second special guest, if you will. But I'm excited because we're going to be, we being me and Thor, we're going to actually be up earlier. We're going to be live, and we're going to be doing some more adjustments to. I finally came up with a good alternative name for counterintelligence. I'm calling it the Wayland Yutani deck. And I'm going to be working in some new cards, and I think I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow. Going to give that a shot. But yeah, we've got that plan for tomorrow. I will also be going on a little earlier than usual, probably just to say good morning to everybody as well, and do a little unveiling of stuff that I've gotten from. I made another drop at Arcane Fortress. They got more of my money, much to the chagrin of my wife. It's not that I'm worried that my wife is going to say
Hard no.
I'm just worried that she's going to look at our bank account and go
Hard no.
So I got to be very, very careful about how much I spend. I'm trying to be a responsible adult. It sucks, but sometimes you just got to put on the big boy pants, and you got to do adulting things, even the stuff that makes you happy. So there is that. But that'll be you're actually going to get 2. Pip could just take the cards, if she really. Yes, she could. But now with the mana box, she's like, oh wait, some of these are worth money. When are you going to sell them? So I might be looking into selling some of these cards. That is a possibility. But yeah, that's gonna work. So we're actually going to be doing a double stream tomorrow. It's going to be me with the Mana Buds tomorrow. We're going to do our usual pickup. We're doing a pickup game this week. And then Thursday night, I'll be coming back And that's when I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit the brand new footage, and we're going to crack into some new footage, do a new footage review. It's going to be our season finale. This is going to be footage from the Wildwood Sanatorium. And again, this is one of those things. That the weekend that we went to Wildwood, we also went to the Hinsdale House, which is a very infamous location for paranormal investigators. Again, Project Fear's been there, Sam and Colby's been there, so on and so on and so on. And yet, every time I've seen people at that place, at Hinsdale and at the Conjuring House, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. No one's thrown across a room. No one's punched or anything like that. Nothing ever happens there. Briefly, you would have an encounter with Satori and Cody, yeah. Look up the Lee sisters. You're welcome. And you know, I just when we did the Hinsdale House, it was very anticlimactic. Wildwood Sanatorium, though. Woo! Wildwood Sanatorium. I cannot wait to get into that footage, because if it's half as bonkers as I think it's going to be, that's going to be a great way to end the season. If you want a slight upgrade to that deck, there's a card. Oh. Really? So, I take it you mean... Hang on. I thought... Memnon Uthros Exile. Oh. Did you mean... Is that your card, Mr. Mac? Is that your card, Mr. Mac? Because not only do I have that upgrade, I also have this one, Mr. Mac. I have this one as well. Thank you very much. I have a matching set, if you will. Yeah, Thor's getting me through it. Birch, am I ex-military? No. I'm ex-marching band. That's as close as I got to the military. But no, I am not ex-military. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of friends who are ex-military. I have a lot of respect for the military. But I'm not sure where the question comes from, but thank you very much for the ask. I appreciate that. I'm a former bandit. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Phil and I, real funny story about Phil and myself, and then I'll jump into the footage. Phil and I, when we met, we didn't know a thing about each other when we first met. He just knew that I was in the area. And I think he knew that I was a graduate of James Madison University. But he wanted to talk to me about this horror novel that he was writing, and eventually he's going to turn into a podcast. And it was called Crescent. And he said, you know, do you want to get together and have a beer? And this was 2006, early 2007 maybe. And we sat down. We come to find out that separated by 10 years, we both went to JMU. We both marched to the Marching Well Dukes. We both marched to the trombone section. So, yeah. That's a thing. And before the cameras were rolling at the USS North Carolina, I found out that the representative from APS, or the Association of Paranormal Study, Ted Willis, he's a music teacher, and I mentioned that Phil and I were both trombone players, and he pauses, and he said, "You both play trombone?" And I said, "Yeah," and he goes, "That explains so much now." So yeah, there you go. What did you do in the band, Mac? I got to know now. What did you do in the band? Hey, Jason, how are you over there? Over there on YouTube? The day is going well. Thank you very much, Jason. It's going better now that I'm live. I had quite a day. I had quite a day, but now that I'm live, the day is going much better. Oh, baritone and drumline and trumpet. Man, you were hitting all the big spots. Yeah, the baritones knew how to mix. They mixed the best drinks in the Marching Well Dukes. The drumline were always. Let me rephrase that. The baritones mixed the best drinks. The trumpet players thought they were better than everybody else, but that wasn't true because the drumline was better than everybody else. So there you go. Okay, we are gonna go on ahead and crack into the footage. So the first thing I have to do is I love industrial music because they pull out some of the weirdest sound bites from B grade movies. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I know you're over on YouTube there, Jason. Did I say you were on Twitch? Sorry about that. Okay, so I have now taken down the music, and we've got Premiere going, so it's time to slide on into Premiere. Did I see the video of the Texas band member that punched some dude and then went back to playing? No, I did not. You'll have to drop that into the chit chat portion, I think, of our Discord. But I would love to see that because if it was some dillweed that was trying to get to get some attention and it was taken away from the band, well, that guy had it coming. That guy had it coming. All right. So now, just to set the scene for everybody, we're on the third floor. So, okay. The people that run GhostStop, the people that make a lot of the gadgets that you see me use in the field, whether it is something as common and simple as a K2 meter or something exclusive from GhostStop like the Flux 2, which we call Chuck, or we call it Simon, or something like Boo Buddy. You either love Boo Buddy or you hate Boo Buddy. They have a 6th floor, and I guess you couldn't call it a skyscraper, but it is, or rather I should say it was one of the tallest buildings in downtown Lynchburg until a proper skyscraper had been built. But this building has been standing since the late 19th century. And it's a beautiful old school Gothic design. It's a beautiful building. Absolute Team Boo Buddy. There you go, Fee. That's what I want to hear. Little love for Boo Buddy. Well, we call ours Barry. And I think we're gonna call the next one Bernard. They have a 6th floor building, and on the 3rd floor they're creating something called Mythic Hall. And Mythic Hall is a planned out and beautiful right now, just in its first steps. They've got a room already done. Now it had just started construction here. It had just started construction when we investigated. But there's a lot of renovation happening on the 3rd floor, and they're prepping for some renovation on floors 4 and 5. So we did a preliminary tour of the building, and this is where we're at. We're still on the 3rd floor. We were in the flagship room of Mythic Hall, and then we heard something. We heard something out in the hallway. So we've moved out into the hallway, and that's where we're at now. You're going to see a light come on. That's coming from my camera, and that is where we're picking up. So let's see what happened. It would help if I had some sound. If you want me to keep this light off, just let me know. There we go. I'm going to turn this on. It'll help us see you if you want to move. Now, if I recall correctly, we have a grid at the end of the hallway, there is the Hydra. Hydra is sitting here, and it's fully tentacled up. It's got all its tentacles on, and just a reminder that the Hydra measures motion and EMF. That's what we're looking for right now. Yes, they do, Wes. They have a brand new Boo Buddy coming out. I just picked one up for my wife for Christmas. Limited edition, the first 100. We'll see how it goes. Okay. And don't anybody tell her, okay? By the way, everybody, that's Wes. Wes was a delight to meet. Never got a chance to actually investigate with Wes, but we were all part of the 3-team trio that descended on the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. And if you remember that was the investigation where we went like 9 hours live on stream, and it was a wild ride. That place had some juju about it. We're not going to be looking at the footage anytime soon. But yeah, that's upcoming. Thinking about pre-ordering the new one? Well, you know, I from what I found out, it's they've made the right little tweaks to it, I think. So I may not be able to wait until Christmas. It might just be a hey, I love you, baby, kind of gift. But anyway, there you are.
Portal went absolutely silent.
Well, that's true. We have the portal running in the other room, and it's not saying a damn word now.
And now the stream looks like it's performing even better. Because I was getting a red warning earlier. That's interesting.
Did you not want to share your story with us anymore? I felt like this is where you wanted us. Because we were hearing like little sounds and things like that. And that's what actually moved us out of the game room and here into the hallway. And now you've got us right where... Ooh. Now again, just as a reminder, if this is the first time you're here, when you see the Hydra do a green indication like that, it's picked up movement. There's nobody in that other room. All three of us, it's myself, Connor, and Phil, and we're out in the hallway. There's nobody in the other room with us, or there's nobody in that other room, but it picked up something from that direction. I forgot what I made the Hydra. I can always fix it later. We'll say the Hydra's blue. But when it's green, it is motion. If you see a red light appear or red lights appear, it's picking up some kind of EMF spike. You've got us right where you want us. And no, I don't think my voice made it do that. I mean, I got those actor lungs, and I know how to project, but no, I don't think that was my voice that made it do that. Oh, okay. So I just used green for Hydra, probably because it was going off so much. Okay, fair enough. And what I'm doing is I'm marking all these things up. And then I'm going to go back later after you know, when I'm getting into production. That's when I'll be dropping in different elements and things like that. Hey Randy, how are you? Good evening. How are you? Good to see you here. I know for a fact Randy is not Team Boo Buddy. I'll be the first one to say that. I know that Randy is not one for Team Boo Buddy. And it's fine. Everybody has strong opinions about Boo Buddy. Very strong opinions.
On us. Movement. Or do you feel like you're braver when the light is off?
That is not me. Now, one of the other things to know about Hydra is it's picking up. If you see the motion lights go off, the green lights, that is something that has the red lights you see at the tip of each tentacle. That is sensitive to motion. That's what it's picking up. Something has like pressed down on the floor hard enough that it's wobbled and it registers as movement. So that's how that works. All right.
Not me provoking you.
Ooh, that's motion 2 times. Okay, I'll just leave it.
Look at that movement.
And if you watch, after the second movement, you'll see a little red light pop up at the end.
Provoking you. Ooh, look at that.
EMF. And then you see
That is not me provoking.
If you don't see the green, but then that white light in the middle pops open or pops up, it means that it's also picked up something there. So yeah, so there was some EMF there as well. Okay. All right, I unfortunately hopped a little too forward. Yeah. Here we go. Is it here? There we are. Okay.
That is not me provoking you. Ooh, look at that.
Then right there. EMF.
Look at that movement. That is not.
Okay.
Not me provoking you. It's just.
Man, it's really going off.
Just me wanting to know how you prefer things.
That movement was me on the camera. And then when you see the blue light, rotating here in the center of the Hydra, that's just, it's like, okay, I've let you know that stuff has happened around me. Now I'm scanning. I'm scanning again.
Did you want the light to...
What was that?
Did you want...
Huh.
Did you want the light to be off?
It's a real soft, it's like a,
Did you want the light to be off?
Okay, that's interesting. Just going to isolate that area. Go ahead and label it red. And I think I'm going to go on ahead and just see if I can sweeten the audio up. Just to see if I can make that a little more pronounced. It's right there. You can just see a slight bump in the audio right here. You can just catch that bump. And you can just catch it here in the lower register, here in the heat map. I have no idea what that is, but it's not. It's not none of us. Now, could it be? Could it be the wood underneath? Could it be the wood underneath our feet, and somebody shifted and made it in some way, shape, or form? You know, sound like something that sounds like a voice. I don't know. I'd have to listen to it a bit more. I'd also have to go, and I will. I'll be going there a little later. I could try going to where I stood and just see if I could rock back and forth and recreate that sound. Ooh, excuse me, everyone. Okay. Wow. If I hear that same exact noise a second time, if I hear it a second time, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. But so far, I have not heard anything in here to make that sound. That's wild. Okay. Prefer things.
Did you want the light to be off? I can turn the light off, but in here, you can always ask please. I can turn the light off, but in here,
in here, you can always ask please. We've been polite. I don't think it's asking a lot that you do the same. That quiet is absolute. Oh wow, another EMF hit. Is it making you nervous that we're here talking to you? I was trying to remember where's Phil, because I'm the only one talking right here. And that's very uncharacteristic. And then I realized, oh, that's right. Phil is downstairs. I think he's letting Pip back into the GhostStop building because obviously this is after hours. And Pip was driving Tina and Piper back to the house because Piper wasn't feeling well. That's right. Another EMF hit. Wow. And there's still nothing coming out of the portal. Still nothing coming out of the portal in the other room. And the volume is up. So if the volume, yeah, so we would hear it. We would hear it. I do love the Hydra. I do love it. I do love it. Whoop. You know, there's a box. Box in the hallway. It's like a black and silver box with a fuzzy. It's not going off as often as it did at the Rocking Cradle house, but it's still going off. Box with a fuzzy top. If you want to kick that over, you can go right ahead. I will not be upset if you do. I kind of would be upset if they did. Just kick it with all your might. I want to see if you can get over. Did it just skip there? Just kick it with all your might. I want to see if you can get over. Interesting. Interesting. I'll even ask please. You do that in front of my friend Connor and you can go right ahead. I will not be upset if you do. Just give it. I mean, that's as far as provoking as you'll ever see me do, Fee. That is the most you'll ever see me provoke. And yeah, I always think that whenever you're doing paranormal investigation, you're always kind of, that's your double down, right? It's like, yeah, go ahead and knock over this piece of equipment that cost me a couple $100. I won't mind. Yeah, you will. You will mind. You will mind. Now I'm pointing out here, you might not notice it, but you'll notice that over on the left-hand side, there is one of the arms of the Hydra, and there's a single little red light on that's indicating EMF. You'll notice that it will, a second one will light up, meaning that they got an EMF hit.
If you want to kick that over, you can go right ahead. I will not be upset if you do. Just give it just
Bam.
Kick it with all your might. I want to see if you can get over. I'll even ask.
Whoa,
please.
wait, whoa. Unless that came out of my mug when I was drinking. Hold on.
I want to see if you can get over.
I'm not sure if that's Connor shifting, and that's his. We're both wearing blue jeans. Just listen to it.
Get over.
That's a close one. That's a real close one. Let me just let it play a little bit longer.
Get over.
That was me.
I'll even ask, please.
Okay. I'm trying not to get too excited. But there might be a second one in there. Let me see if I can find the first one, though. Have I ever seen a physical manifestation, like a figure, something moving, or something kicked over? So, couple things on that. There was going all the way back to season 1, when we were in Crescent. There was we were on the other side of we were actually on the other side of this ballroom, and we had a light, a very dim light shining. Well, we actually had infrared, and there was a door on the far end, and I showed this to several different people, some of whom had no connection in the paranormal whatsoever, and I played around with the video. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't seeing like some weird interference or some weird glitch. But you can clearly see. Let me rephrase that. But you can see. But I know at the moment, I was like, I leaned over to Phil and I said, "Are you seeing it?" And at the doorway, you actually see something leaning in and leaning out, leaning in and leaning out. It's like someone was peeking around a door. And I remember very vividly, and when we did catch it on the video, as soon as we said we're wrapping up, I went on ahead and I instantly turned on a light and shone it on the door just to make sure that it wasn't like a stain on the door, or there was something that would have made our brains believe and made the camera believe that there was something there, and there wasn't. There's a window which you can see in the infrared. And then there's this, you can just barely see this something leaning in and then ducking away, leaning in and ducking away. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And I saw it in real time, and I was capturing it on video. Have I seen anything since then? No. Phil has made some strong accusations that he has found shadows and seen things moving and stuff like that. But the last time I remember seeing what I thought were shadows, and all it was my brain trying to make sense of what was in the distance in the shadows. But where I was looking, I had an IR camera and nothing was moving. Pip and I were both saying, "Oh yeah, I see the shadows. They're kind of moving along in front of the house." And when we looked at the IR video, it was nothing. There was nothing there, and it was probably pareidolia, which is where your brain is trying to see something there, but nothing's there. But now that I've said that, I take a sniff here. I do like a little, like I'm. It was around the time of spring, so there was probably some pollen in the air. But I sniffle here, and then right after that, it's right there. It's right there. It sounds like a very quick hiss or a very quick yes. But I'm going to just take a... just going to take a very quick sample of that noise and then run it through, see if I can't boost it just a wee bit. It's right there. I don't think that is the rubbing of fabric. That's okay. Okay. Okay, the rest is us moving around. So I haven't seen an apparition yet. I haven't seen a full body apparition yet. And there was a shadow that Phil caught also at Crescent SCI, and it was it was a pretty convincing shadow. I don't think it was the camera, compensating for Phil doing a fast pan across, but as far as the shadow detectors that people have, I'm of two mindsets about it, especially if they're phone-driven apps. Sometimes the phone-driven apps will produce false positives, but I do think that you have to be very careful about when you think you've caught a shadow. Now, I will say that is one of the reasons why I enjoy a lot of the stuff from GhostStop, because they record motion, and why I think for me anyway, Chuck and Simon, my Flux 2s. I personally think those motion trackers are the best. They're phenomenal, and not just in trying to see if you can get something to communicate with you, something intelligent, but I also think that they're great in just tracking motion. Because it's one thing to say, oh, you can explain away EMF, you can explain away a weird temperature fluctuation. Motion is a little tougher, especially if you know you don't have any bugs or critters around, which is why I prefer to investigate in the winter as opposed to the summer, because you've got a lot more bugs to contend with, and it's just it's a lot easier to track motion that way. Okay,
Get over. I'll even ask, please.
I see all this is just us shuffling around, but I think that might have been a yes. That might have been a
You do that in front of my friend Connor, and we'll both have a story to tell.
And he knows not to whisper.
Another letter. There was another letter in
He
there.
knows not to whisper. Now, have I caught any kind of apparitions using some of these devices, like the GS2, which is the laser grid at the end of the hallway, or anything like that? No, I have not. I do think one of the most curious things that I caught with the GS2, though, was there was one time we were at the orphanage. No, I'm sorry, we were at the Jenny Wade house, and it was picking up these cold spots, and they just kept building and building until finally the entire screen was just covered in this blanket of blue lights, which means that it was picking up cold spots. But there was like a certain area, and it made the pattern of what looked like somebody sitting. So the whole screen was blue, with the exception of this one little cold spot sitting there. This odd blank spot, and it looked like somebody was sitting in this blank spot. I don't think I ever used that footage because I couldn't be conclusive about it. The other one, though, that is we've come close to not full body apparitions, but just some type of apparition. We were with Steve Saylor at the Jenny Wade house again, and he held out his hand and he said, "Something's touching my hand." And on the FLIR, we actually picked up two small shadows, child-sized, standing in front of Steve, and I thought that was fascinating. Yeah, it was a little harder to explain that one away as just, oh, it's Steve's imagination in cold spots. I don't know about that one. Okay, let's back that up.
So W and T. Okay. W and T. Okay.
I mean, when I was walking down this corridor, I know Fee was in chat, and she said that she thought she saw on the stream somebody leaning out and leaning back in. I think I've highlighted that because I thought I caught it as well, but I need to go back and do a frame by frame double check that. But at present, I don't think I was optimistic, but I don't think we caught any shadow figures, at least on this floor.
Yeah.
A lot of motion from the Hydra. That's good.
So W and T. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see us capture some kind of movement on the grid. I would love that. So far nada. It hasn't happened yet.
I hope we didn't say or do anything to scare you, because you've been the one giving us a bit of a start. I tell you what.
Whenever you hear this fast negotiations with what we cannot see, like, I'll tell you what, I'll do this if you do this. Yeah, that's Phil's influence on me. That is all Phil Rossi. Way he sweetens the pot to try to get the ghost to do something.
Tell you what. Since you're making all that movement, how about I do this? I'll sweeten the pot for you. Hold on. All right.
I'm not sure why I'm so sniffly. It's weird. Okay, so running out of footage here, so let me just double check and see what the story is. Is this the audio? I believe this is the audio from my phone. It is. Okay. Oh, there's my baby. All right, so and I believe that's one of our games. That's one of our games in play right there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think this would be a good place to take a break. This would be a good place to take a break because I wasn't necessarily hungry when I was getting ready for stream, and now I'm starting to feel myself get just a little peckish. So, because I'm feeling a little peckish. Are you serious? Okay. But because I'm feeling a little peckish, I think I'm going to go on ahead and just take a break. Are you going to beer yourself? Fantastic. You go beer yourself, and when I get back, Randy, I'm anxious to find out what that beer is, what the beer choice is for tonight. Heck, I might even join you for a beer, just because it's been that kind of a day. All right, everybody, I will talk to you a bit later, but do yourself that favor. If you haven't taken your meds, please take your meds. If you haven't hydrated, please hydrate it. Go on ahead and stretch. Just get yourself a little snacky, and we're just going to take a little break. When we get back, more from the GhostStop headquarters here in Lynchburg, Virginia. I am the T-Monster. You are watching OSI's footage review of our investigation, and it's probably beer o'clock somewhere, Marv. It's probably beer o'clock somewhere. We'll be right back. I'm still here. Is anyone not hearing sound? I'm still here. Is anyone not hearing? I'll take that as a no. Is anyone not hearing? I'll take that as a no. Is anyone not hearing? I'll take that as a no. Is anyone not hearing? I'll take that as a no. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna old school this. We'll just have footage playing, and I'll just go ahead and I'll have footage playing, and I'll have music from here. We'll sort this out another time. But anyway, there you go. All right, now take a break. What I find particularly curious about the no sound is I don't think there's anything different between the sound of, or the sound settings, I should say, of my pre-roll, my pre-stream hype reel and this. But for some reason, there it is. All right. And we're back. Thought I was going to join you in a beer, and I don't know what it was. I got moving. And then I was just like, I don't know if I want a beer now. Oh, Goose Island. Yes, it is a good IPA. Okay. Yeah, Goose Island is a good IPA. Very good IPA. The Voodoo beer is also very good. Voodoo Ranger has a, or I should say had, a really nice blood orange IPA. And I was pretty partial to that one. All right. I think I'm going to have one more of these. So, Pip has been leaning into her quote-unquote grandma core. I'm not sure why, but she is. And she's been getting these Werther Originals. And they have, during the fall, like these fall, like they have caramel apple soft caramels. They've got maple soft caramels. And they also have, of course, pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice, you know. It's almost fall, y'all. Almost fall. Okay. I just want to make sure of something.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So we know the sound is working there. All right. Oh, and if anybody's curious, speaking of Mythic Hall, they have now gone into soft launch. They actually have. What do we got going on here? Oh, look at Walking Bard. Look at that. Walking Bard coming in here and gifting 5 subs to the community. To Relicard, to Death Savior, to Vex, to Captain Cruz, and to Cubrex. Rather. So thank you very much for that. Certainly do appreciate all the support there. Thank you very, very much for that, John. Thank you very, very much. Those of you over on YouTube, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody got a chance to stretch their legs, grab something to eat, have a snack, or grab some old people candy, and curl up with a nice IPA or otherwise. For those of you who are just coming in, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch, my name is T. You can call me TT Monster or Twitch Dad. But I am also representing tonight Old Spirits Investigations. We are a up-and-coming paranormal group here on YouTube, as well as on the East Coast. And I do say East Coast because we can now say that our investigations cover a lot of the northeastern seaboard, I guess. Yeah, northeastern seaboard. We investigated as far north as western New York State. We have gone as far south as Savannah, Georgia. We may be heading to Atlanta. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but we're working on it. And as far west, so far our westerly investigations have taken us to West Virginia. That's as far west as we pushed. But, who knows what's going to happen in 2026. A lot of things could happen. And just as a quick reminder to everybody, if you missed the pre-stream catch-up, pre-stream chit-chat, There will be no investigation this week on our YouTube channel. We are, however, going to do some of our short form programming, probably another history of ghosts, and if it's not a history of ghosts, it'll be actually me doing a 5-minute paranormal that may go a little longer, but it's going to be a 5-minute paranormal about why we do what we do in order to avoid burnout. Because it's something I've been seeing a lot, and it's something that I've seen in when people say, I want to start up a YouTube channel, I want to do paranormal content, and then they discover how hard it is to make content. Is this backbreaking hard labor? No, it is not. No, this is not a blue-collar job, creating content, but it serves a very powerful master, and that powerful master is time. And if you don't have the time, and people don't realize how much time can really go into this type of thing, and I was thinking about doing that as a 5-minute paranormal, just sort of keep people in the know of, hey, this is why we're doing what we're doing. So, if you like it, great. If you don't, then just try to bear with us if you enjoy the content. But the main thing is that we do not want to burn out on you all and then not bring you this content, And right now we are getting ready to wind down and say goodbye to season 4, which has been a fantastic season. We can honestly say we've had record-breaking numbers. And the main reason I'm not going to try to rush and put together an episode for this weekend is because even though, yes, the iron, I should be striking it while the iron is hot, at the same time, I want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure that it's good. So, that being said, we're gonna hold off and wait. And then next week we're gonna be bringing you a brand new investigation from Old Spirits, and it will be part 1 of our investigation of the GhostStop building here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Okay, right now I am gonna go ahead and jump on in, and we are going to return to our footage review, and this is where we show you a look behind the curtain, if you will. And I'm trying to remember. Let's see, Taika is here. I wonder if Taika... Hold on a second, everybody.
Whether or not, if the bell goes off and the candle doesn't, I take that as potentially a false positive. If they both go off at the same time, that's almost confirmation for me.
All right. Not the audio's off. That's a shame. Okay, so let me see what happens if I pull up clip number 26. It's clip 26, yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, no, it is not interesting, because I don't know if Boo Buddy was... I can't remember if we had Boo Buddy running up there or not. Let's see what this one tells me. This is clip 25.
Oh, you're clap.
I'm not going to ask you to prove that you're here or not. Seeing this light go off.
I'm getting a lot of noise back here.
You see anything on the, you see anything on my room?
Only me.
Is where I have the most experience on this floor.
Yeah, the motion light just went off on its own.
Okay, motion light went off on its own. I'm trying to remember where that happened in this particular location. All right, so I do know that I've got that footage to incorporate in here. So let's go ahead and let's jump back in here. So we are currently still on the 3rd floor. I'm trying to remember how long we stayed on the 3rd floor. I didn't think we had stayed that long, but I could be wrong. So we were getting activity. That's what's important.
All right. Now look at that. I turn the light off, and the quality of the stream dips.
Huh.
It just plummets.
That's weird.
But then I turn the light on. Stream is green. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right, so it's right here, right? See that? 60 frames per second.
Yep.
4,000 kilobaud. I'll turn the light off. Wait for it.
Yep.
And the quality drops.
And what T doesn't realize.
That's weird.
Then I turn the light on.
But T misses that he got an EMF hit on the Hydra. This is why Phil doesn't like it when I when I stream, because sometimes when I'm streaming investigations, I get a little wrapped up in making sure that the stream is working a-okay, and I miss some things. But this is why you record everything you do. This is exactly why you record everything you do.
Stream is green. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right, so it's right here, right? See that? 60 frames per second.
Yep.
4,000 kilobaud. I'll turn the light off. Wait for it.
Yep.
And the quality drops. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I wonder if it's trying to adjust to the sudden light change.
It shouldn't. It's got nothing to do with Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is that them? That's them.
Yeah, that's them.
Whew.
There it is.
Okay.
That's odd. Hey.
Don't know if it counts as paranormal, but it's definitely odd.
Yeah.
You have me.
Tina was at the end of her
Oh, really?
tiredness, yeah.
Oh, no, okay.
Cut that out.
It's paranormal, but it's definitely odd.
And still more EMF. Okay.
You have me.
Tina was at the end of her
Oh, really?
tiredness, yeah.
Oh, no, okay.
Cut that out.
It is almost 11.
Yeah, the Hydra's been giving us the most activity.
Movement. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So green is vibration, right?
Green is movement or vibration. Red is temperature.
Ah. So is it must be movement?
It's been movement and some.
It's EMFT. At this stage of the game, we had only been. This was only our second outing with the Hydra.
Red is temperature.
Ah. So is it must be movement?
It's been movement and some temperature. Yeah.
Huh.
And she her
Huh.
and she heard some giggles.
But the other thing that's weird, watch this over my shoulder, Phil. Okay, take a look at the condition of the stream, right? Condition of the stream, right?
Yeah.
60 frames per second, nearly 4K, nearly 4K. So here you go. Turn this off.
This thing is so cool.
Watch what happens to the stream.
Oh, weird. It tanks when you turn the light
It
off.
tanks when I turn the light off, and the signal. Again, I'm not sure if that counts as paranormal or not, because the light should not affect how well the stream is performing. How well the stream is performing and how well it's connecting is based on the internet connection. And we had a strong internet connection until I turned the light off. Now, the thing I'm also noticing is that that's what Streamlabs, their mobile app, is telling me. But as you can see here,
And the signal tanks when turn the light off.
the signal is still looking fine.
The light has nothing
Still
to do
looking
with
fine.
each other.
And when it goes white, it's
Absolutely
detecting
nothing.
something.
That's weird.
And then I turn the light back on.
You're
And
gonna be up here by
whoop,
yourself anytime
Unless
soon.
somehow
I honestly do not think there is a connection there, but something is going on. Something is interacting with the app when the light is off and when the light is on.
By yourself anytime
unless
soon.
somehow the light is
That's what I was telling you.
boosting the signal.
how?
These things that I do not have. I don't have an answer for.
It's gonna be a minute before.
Hey, you're Phil Rossi. You're supposed to be, a number one. You're supposed to be,
Oh, yes, that's right. This
It's
is the one.
easier for the little signal fairies to find their way to your phone.
Yeah, okay.
With the light on.
I'm gonna
How's that?
I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you in the nads.
There you go. There you go. There's the Phil and T show for you, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it.
As hard as I can.
You all heard it. All heard it. Abuse.
Maybe they didn't enjoy it. Maybe it was like, yeah, well, I want to see that.
The other thing too is
It's funny though. Pip arrives. Pip and Phil arrive, and suddenly the Hydra's waking up. It's firing on all cylinders.
the other thing too is did you turn when you left? Did you turn that off?
No.
Yeah.
Sounds very quiet. I didn't
It's
turn
been
anything off.
it's been silent. It's been silent since we came out here. I'm sorry, Tina bottomed out on us too, but she's got that knee to worry about, so I can't blame her.
No way.
What?
It's been silent because this brick turned off.
Oh shoot,
That's
really?
weird though. That has never happened. That has never happened where this thing is turned off. That is weird. Never seen that before.
Connor said he was going down to get a boot. Bear.
Yeah, he's going to go
Oh,
and get
because
him.
I was supposed to get that and I forgot.
I've never used a Boo Bear.
And I think this is where we became converts to Boo Buddy, even though Pip and Philippa are calling it Boo Bear.
Might be interesting. So you heard our child's laugh?
Yes, I heard a giggle, and I thought it was Phil.
And we did deduce that it was Phil. We did deduce that it was Phil's laugh, as a matter of fact.
I've never used a Boo Bear. Might be interesting. So you heard our child's laugh?
Yes, I heard a giggle, and I thought it was thought it was Phil,
Could have been a child.
and I came in here.
Was it in here or on the?
That little burst could have been Phil. Could have been a voice saying Phil. That's inconclusive. Attention, attention, all personnel. Ads in 10 seconds. Ads in 10 seconds. That is all. Now, for those of you who are on YouTube, you got nothing to worry about. You're not seeing any ads. The way YouTube has, they're still working. I think they're still trying to figure out how the secret sauce is with live streams concerning ads. Apparently, they do it where it is. It's like a they either hit you at the beginning or they hit you at the end, one or the other. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, I keep it simple. I just subscribe to YouTube, pay my monthly fee, similar to what I do with Twitch Turbo, and I'm covered. But anyway, there you go. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon after the ads. For those of you on YouTube, hi, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Yes, I heard a giggle, and I thought it was. Phil.
I don't think that was
And I
a
came in here.
thing.
Was it in here or on the?
I heard it out there. 3TL. I heard a giggle, like a proper giggle, and I bolted in here and I said, "Could either."
Did that say leave?
I heard it say leave, but before that I heard it say quiet.
Yeah, we've also had get outs a few times from them
But
as well.
I heard it. I bolted in here and I said, "Could either."
Did that say leave?
Either.
Oh, shoot. We're not seeing the footage. Oh, my God. Sorry about that. I suppose nobody said anything. Well, you did. Thank you. Thank you, Randy. We're back. Hi, everyone. Pro streamer, everybody. Pro streamer with a sweet tooth. All right.
I heard a giggle, like a proper giggle, and I bolted in here and I said, "Could either."
Did that say leave?
I heard it say leave, but before that I heard it say quiet. Bolted in here and I said, "Could either."
Okay. All right. Trying this again. So she heard quiet here.
Could either.
That does sound like a leave. It does very much sound like something saying leave.
That's it. That's it.
The last one, though, sounds like it's saying work it. So I'm not sure how being quiet and leaving is working it, but, well. Phil has the thing working up again. So do I. I have heard it's rather. I mean, Doug endorsed it for people who are trying to figure out streaming. So Can't be all bad, right? Doug knows what he's talking about.
I bolted in here and I said, either.
Did that say leave?
I heard it say leave, but before that I heard it say quiet.
Yeah, we've also had get outs a few times from
But
it as well.
I heard it. I heard that giggle and I came immediately in here and I said, did either of you giggle? And there was a no. Oh shoot! I should have asked. Connor to bring up my bag, my GhostStop bag. It's on me.
I think it just said, "How are you?"
How much more time do we want to spend on this floor?
I don't know anymore because.
It just started popping.
Well, no, it didn't just start popping, but I wanted to wait and see it, give the Boo Bear a shot.
Oh yeah, we'll give the Boo Bear a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give the Boo Bear.
Another quiet. And the funny thing is, it sounded like the same exact voice. Same one from the previous quiet.
A shot.
Yeah.
Maybe stay until.
We can either stay until 11 unless Boo Bear is really, really popping.
Yeah.
Then we take Boo Bear and everybody would go up to
I feel like the top floors might be quite interesting.
Yeah.
5 more than 6.
Yeah, we picked up serious vibes on that.
Ooh.
The catch.
Yep, I caught it. I'm gonna slide this over. There we go.
Oh yeah, that tripod.
The tripod's sticking out. Yeah.
Oh, we've got a ship again.
But I've caught it 3 times already. That was the final.
How you doing there, Al?
I'm gonna turn.
Good to have you over on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've never seen the Boo Buddy.
Okay.
Well, if you heard it giggle.
See if that gives.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be Billy Brave.
Okay.
Like, stop holding my money.
All right.
Hey Phil, do you mind turning off your portal so I can?
Yeah. Portal's off. And
All
so
right.
when it says, like, did you say something, what is that?
That's audio. So it detected that. So it could just be us talking.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we've been getting a lot of green hits on the flux today.
So yeah. If it says like, can you say that again? That could just be us talking,
Yeah.
or it could be, you know, that it detected something down there.
All right, then. Here we go. We're gonna go radio silent for about 10 minutes. See what happens.
All right.
And here we are with Boo Buddy. Now, while at our feet, you'll see Hydra going off. I'm hesitant to say, yeah, we should be paying attention to those hits, mainly because there's too much interference because we're standing around. We have our own devices in our hand. It could be picking up the EMF from that. It could be picking up our motion. So that's why I'm not really paying attention to Hydra at this point. So that's a Boo Buddy prompting question, but not a trigger. Again, another prompt, not necessarily a trigger question. Not sure what the second word is. But I think Connor had the ovulus going, because that doesn't sound like ghost tube. And the only other word generator we were using that has a voice to it is the ovulus, and that's something that obviously, because they sell it, they have access to it at GhostStop. And it's right here. The ovulus says lost, and then something that I can't quite hear out. Okay, that movement is from inside Mythic Hall. Again, another prompt. Not a trigger question, not a trigger response. That's me adjusting the camera. Hi there, Freddie. I see you over there. This, I will say, I think this is a regret. I feel like I should have gone forward, not backward. Now the stream is starting to skip. So it looks like we do move, so... Okay. Now that apparently is a prompt. Sorry, a trigger. It actually picks up some kind of signal or sound. All right. All right, so Boo Buddy. No, that was me. Pretty sure that was me. Yeah, pretty sure that was me. Sometimes even I forget and I tend to whisper. But it's rare. It usually happens when I'm breaking in a new piece of equipment or something like that. Like this, like Boo Buddy. So we've already heard a few of the other questions that are programmed into Boo Buddy. But right now, there's not a lot of activity for Boo Buddy to be reacting to. Right now, these are all different prompts. Nothing is triggering the answers that usually say, "Hey, something is interacting with me." And apparently, with the new Boo Buddy, the new Boo Buddy has a brighter light in its tummy, and a bigger light in its tummy, and that way you can tell when something is interacted with it. Okay, that's one of the. Now that is one of its responses if it picks up a temperature drop. If it picks up a temperature drop, it'll say, "Ooh, it's cold in here." All right, so that one we have to drop a marker into. All right.
How you guys feeling up here? You guys want to stick around or?
Well, I think since it's getting late, if we want to hit that last floor.
Yeah, I want to give it I want to give it a full hour up there, but I want to make sure I'm missing my FLIRs downstairs. I want to make sure that we get to it. Okay. Do we want to do a lights up or just grab our stuff and go?
Grab our stuff and go to the next floor. I think some lights might be helpful.
Yeah, lights will be helpful. Yeah. You want to turn some lights on for us, Connor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You went silent on us, so we're gonna go on ahead and do a lights up. All right.
Boo Buddy detected one audio change and one temperature change during that time.
During that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting. Okay. Me and Connor were all sniffles that night. Remember that, but there it is. Whew. Thank you very much, Cammie. Doing a little bit of lights up right now. So this is Mythic Hall as they were building it. And this right here, just so everybody knows, this right here is the work in progress known as Mythic Hall, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. So stay tuned for more. I should actually stay tuned for more. Since I did give myself an extra week. Let's grab our stuff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm just gonna, I'll do a little pass through.
2 floors? If you'd like to come with us, you're more than welcome. What are you doing? We're trying to learn about your story and just, find out.
All right. So let me just see if we went to the 4th or the 5th floor.
The 5th.
To the 5th floor. All right, 5th floor. Okay. All right. What do you mean my computer is running low on storage space? No, it's not. It shouldn't be. Oop, wrong button. Hold on. Let me save this. All right. So that means I now need a... Okay. All right. Starting to take shape, everybody. Starting to take shape. So I'll duplicate that. Move this up here. And I will call it 5th floor. Oh, pardon me, everybody. And this should be, yeah. So the 5th floor is where we wrap things up. This is where things come. You know, pretty much the investigation from this point on. We are basically wrapping things up. Now, I can use the 5th. I can use this footage if I want to. I think I'm gonna try to see if I have other video going on. So let me. Let's see. Let's go to Kenneth first. So there's that. There's that. There's that. I certainly can't show that. Okay. All right. So. All right. So go to Kenneth here. Oh, well, that I wasn't paying attention to my. Oh no, but I guessed right. Okay, so 16 is there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's the outside. 17 is also the outside. It looks like. Oh no. No. Let me just see. All right. Oh, this has no sound at all. Is that what you're trying to tell me here? Come on. Come on, Adobe. Don't be like that. See, that's more of Mythic Hall. Oh, wait. Here we are in the elevator. Okay, cool. There better be some freaking audio on this thing, I swear to God. All right, we're gonna stay with the mainstream then. Not ideal, chat, but we're gonna stick with what we got. Oh, and ads. Here we go. Attention, all personnel. Ads in 10 seconds. Ads in 10 seconds. That is all. But for those of you on YouTube, you're just fine. Just for my folks on Twitter, Twitch. See, that's when I know I'm getting tired, chat. It's been a day. I'm going to try to power on through for at least another half an hour. But that's when I can tell I'm getting tired. When I call Twitch Twitter, and I am sorry, Twitch, you are many things, but you are not. You are not, by any stretch of the imagination, you are not Twitter. But man, I can just tell when the day's been catching up to me. All right, so let's pick it up from here. Let's see what the let's see how the setup went.
To the 5th.
To the 5th.
To the 5th floor with us.
Hopefully they don't plead the
More
5th.
than welcome.
Sorry.
No. I hear you.
Here we are in the elevator. Tripod's a loser. Tripod's a loser.
Tripodalooza.
Tripod-a-papalooza.
Tripodalooza.
Let it pop it be good.
Here we go.
Here we go. Grand
Here we
finale.
go.
The final
Here I
push.
go.
Final push, everybody.
Grand finale.
What's my addiction? Ghosts.
Jesus. I like big ghosts.
Watch us. We are gonna
We're
watch
getting out a
it.
lot tonight. Watch us.
Watch us.
So, how's this been for you, Connor? You doing all right?
Great, yeah. I'm doing awesome.
Good.
It's been lots of fun.
Good.
Alright, so where did you think we were to set up? Where were you feeling? Oh, this is where the break area was.
No.
In the back?
But there's a.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking it too. I don't know why. Alright, where are we?
It's just.
They're always psychologically
All right.
a little bit nerve-wracking.
Just wanna
Very much.
get down there.
Nothing to say
And
yet.
so this is my plan.
What's your vision?
Can we do some Estes?
I brought my stuff up here for both Estes and for
Let's do
and here.
it.
Yeah.
I also have it for Spirit.
Keep recording.
For auto writing.
What am I taking?
You're taking that. That's your light.
Horror here, the horror.
Oh, here we go. Horror.
So we're just setting up in the hallway? Is that the plan?
Well, we can set
We
up in the
love
hallway,
it.
but
We love
what I want to
We
do
love
is
it. Gonna do some Estes. Have you ever done the Estes method?
I have.
What do you think of it?
I want to set up
It's nerve-wracking.
It is.
You know, having 2 of my senses cut off, it's weird.
I find it like once you get into it, it's like a meditative state. I quite enjoy that. But
I'd say
then
it depends on where I am.
Yeah.
And I was also worried. The
That's
time
still warmer up
that
here.
I did the Estes method, I was worried that like my coworkers were gonna mess with me because they told me horror stories of how they've done that, and I would not like taking off the blindfold and the headset just to see that everybody's disappeared.
yeah, we won't ever do that.
Good.
Got to be able to trust people. That's how you get trust issues.
especially
Yeah.
when you're doing a public when you're doing a paranormal investigation.
That'd be.
I'll be like, that's the last time I go out with you guys. Truth.
Yeah.
Where is what? What are you looking for? The bear? Do you want the bear? Yes, Boo Buddy is so fun. He is, and a little creepy.
Uh-huh.
You got a crazy vibe down there?
Oh my gosh, electrifying.
I like an electrifying vibe.
My hair was standing up. I don't know if it still is. You
Ooh.
can still kind of see it standing up. See?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh. You're like a vibe machine.
Vibe machine.
We send Phil to the darkest corners. Like, what's the vibes
What's the
down there, Phil?
vibe? I'm very-
Horrifying.
I'm very frightened.
Is your hair standing up on it? Yes. Where is it? What are you asking? What do you want us to? Are you looking for something? Did you want to play with the bear?
So you're going with the point clear down that way too?
Patient.
Yes.
I'm not patient.
So I'm gonna set up the dead bell.
Or not for you. It's not for me. No, this bear's not for me. This bear's for you. I will. How's the dead bell been going?
Sometimes getting the FLIR to behave
Don't go there.
is a challenge.
Where don't you want us to go? I'm gonna put my purse right here.
Alright, well, stream's upside down. I'm gonna switch back to YouTube.
Oh, it's creepy walking away.
Oh.
The
As soon as I'm about to
the
switch,
thing about the FLIR
another viewer.
is you're supposed to hold down this button for like 20 seconds,
There.
and then it's supposed to magically, connect your FLIR camera to your iPad.
I was like, that
Everything's
red
supposed to
light
work.
of the exit sign is very
I know. That's always it's always the exit sign when I'm like walking out from the like completely dark room behind me. That just like irks me.
leaps out and says,
Yes.
Welcome to the horror show.
Have you guys ever investigated like Papa Forest?
No, but I've heard things about it.
I live like 2 streets over.
Oh, really?
And the amount of things that have happened in my neighborhood.
Really?
I've had people come in as like customers come in unknowingly. We end up being neighbors, and they tell me all these like ghost stories and stuff that they've had in the area. And then like afterwards, I'm like, so where are you at? And I've had 2 people now come in and be like, you know where Papa Forest is? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
What's a plant? It used to be a plantation, right?
Mm-hmm. It was Thomas Jefferson's son.
Yeah. Well, we know he was great.
Mm-hmm. How about Appomattox Courthouse?
I've heard things about that place too.
Yeah, that's where
I
our
think
release surrendered.
Yeah. The Hill City Paranormal was telling us that the theater group that's out there in Appomattox, yeah, they are open to investigations and stuff.
Yeah, we know quite a few people from Wolfman. That would be cool. Do you
Where-
know what their meat hall they have?
Ooh.
They do a Ren Fair.
How? I've seen a little bit of, oh, that's them? Well, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, there's so many, I mean, Lynchburg is, we're going to have, possibly have a showdown for the spooky season between.
Yeah. T was telling me about that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, they're both towns that were hospital towns during the Civil War, Richmond and Lynchburg.
Yeah,
So.
and Lynchburg was the capital of Virginia for.
So what Pip is talking about, we had on the books, possibly, with a strong possibility, that we were going to be doing so there's a blogger in Richmond, and they're very successful. They're doing basically a Richmond travel vlog, and it's very, very cool. And they sometimes wander off and do like day trips outside of Richmond. But the main reason I was trying to do a collaboration with these folks is that I'm a Richmond native. I'm native, Richmond born and bred. And I would love the opportunity to do some kind of Richmond v. Lynchburg or haunted Virginia. And we do some sites in and around Richmond, do some sites in and around Lynchburg. And we basically see, just how haunted is the state. Maybe even start it smaller, just do like haunted Richmond, and then in future episodes, we do different things about haunted Virginia, as opposed to just haunted Richmond. Something has come up. It's a good reason, but something has come up where, unfortunately, the woman that we were supposed to be collaborating with, how do I put this? She's in a delicate way. How about we leave it at that? She is in a delicate way. And because of that, she obviously said, yeah, we're going to have to change our plans. And she asked, can we do it next year? So hopefully we'll be doing it next year. But hopefully she is still in a delicate way and everything's good and she's on track. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm very excited for her. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, brief moment in time.
But that's what she's talking
as
about.
the Confederate president ran for his life. Got caught wearing women's clothes. Maybe in Lynchburg, maybe that happened in Lynchburg, I don't know. But it's interesting, the whole, and also trains and the river and.
Yeah, it's so stuffy on this floor.
It is a little bit. If it gets cold, then we know.
In there is very, very hot. That's where the alarm system's hooked up to and stuff.
Are you putting out the Hydra?
I just did.
Love it.
It's already picking up movement.
We love the Hydra. I'm gonna kick Boo Buddy with me. Why do I have a light?
Pip really became attached
is this,
to Boo Buddy.
Did you give me this
Very
light
attached to Boo
for
Buddy.
spirit writing tea?
For online writing.
Did you and Phil want to do like a double?
I want to say we moved the camera up.
It's just the two of us single.
Single?
Yeah, I think we moved the camera up at one point.
Well, remember, it's probably
Oh, check out Phil.
picking up film.
I get very excited. Very fun.
All right.
You don't know it's movement based. It's like.
Yeah, the movement-based stuff
Okay, so why is it
choice.
coming from there? Where it's
It's
also
choice.
there.
Then, one more thing I want to put out here.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, Bill.
Witch? I am not a witch.
What?
You're not a witch, you're my wife.
Sometimes when that happens, you have to shift the film.
I like the instant tech support.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where's the camera?
It's amazing.
So where are you going to sit? In that? Are there extra chairs? We have instant tech support on every investigation.
Wouldn't that be nice? All right.
Now it's like dun 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 dun.
So, that one's the one that's running. This is the one you brought up. Thank you.
I hope. Oh, green.
Already?
Mm-hmm. And I will note that these full ones.
Oh, you're talking about the.
I'm coming over here to just sensitivity. You really bring up some.
Do you have that camera with you?
Oh shit, I left it downstairs.
No worries.
Never.
One of my favorite things to do is pair the candle with the dead belt because they've got that pretty much almost like they're super similar to countries from time to time. And yeah, having them next to each other is like a super confirmation whether or not like if the belt goes off and the candle doesn't. I take that as like potentially a false positive. If they both go off at the same time, that's almost confirmation for me.
Okay. Do you still want to leave it here? Or do you want to go back to?
I'm actually going to that one. Yeah. I'm actually going to
All right. Let me bring stream up here a little bit.
Dennis?
All right, this is the final push, everybody.
Dennis?
This is the final push.
The name of the dog in the Minecraft.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, maybe they're a fan.
All right. Okay.
So cool.
That thing is too cool. I love the Hydra.
I'm glad. Hydra was super popular.
All right.
I,
Here we go, everyone.
good reason.
I hope the Hydra's popular. I hope the
It
Hydra's.
should be. It's
I hope it's selling because I'll tell you something. I think it's the new step forward that I think. Like I said, anything. I told Pip. I said whenever the stuff that you guys make is movement based, I'm all over it. All right. While I'm busy schmoozing my way into, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm schmoozing my way. It's like I love what you guys do. I do. I love what you guys do. Suddenly I sound like Charlie Sheen. I love what you guys do. It's fantastic. Winning. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop, everybody. I'll stop. I don't know why I brought that up. So I have the FLIR running. I'm trying to figure out, do I have the FLIR footage? Anytime I can put in extra footage and make it an inset camera or something, that's always fun. I don't see it here though. That's the video from the smaller camera that turned out to be not so good. There's some footage from Phil. There's Kenneth. The only place I can think of is... Did I not put it on there? Sorry, just doing a quick check on... Okay, didn't like that. Let's go down here. Let's pull up GhostStop.
No, it's not on there. All right, I'll have to keep an eye out then for the FLIR footage. It's floating around somewhere. It could very well be in my could very well still be on my iPad. Okay. Because so much stuff is based on EMF, and this is the first time, you know. But then when you get movement, that's a little harder to dismiss, especially when everyone's out of the picture.
Yeah.
And everyone's sitting still. And yada yada yada.
How do you turn these things on again? Don't look into the light.
That's the first thing you don't do. Don't look in the light, Carol Ann.
And I
I
always...
do that all
It
the time.
is.
That's probably why
Even though you
I've had to
say
get
to
glasses
yourself-
since working here.
Yeah. Oh,
It's this button. It's this button right here where my thumb is.
okay.
I just have to feel for it. All right.
So this is this button and now it's not turning on.
Now you can't find the button.
I found the button, but it's not turning on.
You gotta hold it.
Oh, it's gonna hold. Okay.
Oh, that was a good name. That was
All
a
right.
solid name.
Turn on. Another solar one.
Oh, these allergies are kicking my ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been
just
bad
the
this
pollening.
year. The spring has been really
Yeah.
bad. The pollinating, I like that.
Yeah. All of this morning, I was like destroyed until I took a shower.
I know.
Like, thank you, man.
Did the ghosts get allergies?
Glad to know I'm not alone.
Oh, there you go.
I guess, oh no, don't tell me that there's allergies in the afterlife.
Ding to that.
Oh man. Over it because so much stuff is based on EMF, and this is the first time, you know. But then when you get movement, that's a little harder to dismiss, especially when everyone's out of the picture.
Yeah.
And everyone's sitting still. And yada yada yada.
How do you turn these things on again? Don't look into the light.
That's the first thing you don't do. Don't look in the light, Carol Ann.
And I
I
always...
do that all
It
the time.
is.
That's probably why
Even though
I've
you
had to
say
get
to
glasses
yourself-
since working here.
Yeah. Oh,
It's this button. It's this button right here where my thumb is.
okay.
I just have to feel for it. Okay, that'll be a good place to pick this up. Nothing was picked up in that first 11 minutes of looking at footage. So I think this will be a great place to pick up the fourth segment of this investigation, which is Mythic Hall. Sorry, 5th floor.
So this is this button and now it's not turning on.
Now you can't find the button.
I found the button, but it's not turning on.
You gotta hold it.
Oh, it's gonna hold. Okay.
Oh, that was a good name. That was
All
a
right.
solid name.
Turn on. Another solar one.
Oh, these allergies are kicking my ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been
just
bad
the
this
pollening.
year. The spring has been really
Yeah.
bad. The pollinating, I like that.
Yeah. All of this morning, I was like destroyed until I took a shower.
I know.
Like, thank you, man.
Did the ghosts get allergies?
Glad to know I'm not alone.
Oh, there you go.
I guess, oh no, don't tell me that there's allergies in the afterlife.
Ding to that.
Oh man, that would suck balls.
No, please.
Ghosts going around going, oh, yeah, man, it's terrible. Oh.
Maybe that's why, you know, you can't
Oh,
really
that
get
green
too
is
much evidence.
Vibration.
They're too busy
Ooh.
dealing with allergies.
Things are happening.
Rocking and rolling down there.
All right, hang on, hon.
Trying to figure out.
I mean, we're not even down there, so.
No. I thought I'd be
I don't know.
bold and
So would you like it if I went first? Or would you like to, and we're going to end on Nesties, or do you want to end on an auto riding?
what do we think? Let's end on Nesties. You go.
I'm happy to
auto.
do the last Estes. I want to do an Estes though.
Yeah, that's
You know
fine.
I love them. You know I love
No,
them.
you do.
I do love them.
All right.
I do like listening to voices.
I made
I'm going to
a
adjust
video
my
on the
camera
history of the
accordingly.
SS Mythic one time for GhostStop. They were posted.
Okay. So. That's the wrong one. I'm struggling with something, obviously. Please stand by, chat. Your call is very important to us. All right. So we're ending tonight.
Can you stomp your foot, Phil?
See, I thought I positioned myself in an alcove back there.
What's that?
Stomp your foot. Just
On a
see how
couple of
close you
things.
can. Okay.
That was a pretty solid stop, though.
Yeah, but I don't think that was. Floors aren't that wibbly wobbly. Pretty solid floors.
It's pretty solid. No wobbling.
Is this where you walk up and down?
All right. I thought I heard a little murmur behind my voice, but it turned out I think that was just in my throat.
Oops. No, you're good, man. I was not paying attention.
Now remember, I have to sit on your right.
Right. Okay.
So you might want to be on the.
Connor, would you mind looking at that camera? Not the stream. I'm sure it'll look fine on the stream. It's
Okay.
The bottom camera. Am I in the frame? Am I out of the frame?
You're pretty much in frame. Slightly this way if you want.
Slightly what?
This way to center you in frame.
Well, you're gonna have to make some room for Pip. Actually, leave me there because Pip,
You're sitting there, Pip?
No, I'm going to sit on your side. He's left-handed.
Other side?
Device. He's
Yeah, so right there is perfect.
All right then. Okay, so what we're doing here, for anyone new to either YouTube or Twitch,
That'd be me.
is we are doing something called automatic writing. And that is where I listen to just, I'm not even letting this cycle. It's static. And I just listen to static. There we go. I listen to static. I'm blindfolded. And I'm tapping in to my, to what I do as a writer, and I just write whatever's coming to my mind. I'm not going to hear any of the questions that either Connor or Phil are going to be asking. I shouldn't be able to hear them either. I am enjoying the spirit writing. I am. I'm enjoying that immensely. It is. I believe it is my groove. I do believe that. While Pip is all about SDs. While Pip is all about SDs and Phil is all about SDs, I think my particular groove is SDs. Is spirit writing. And I know it looks like we're just getting ready to get in. Things are about to get interesting. Things are about to look good. And here I am about to say, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a stream. I know it's early. I've only been streaming for 3.5 hours, but I can also feel myself fading. And when if I try to edit this video or review this video tired, that could be detrimental. I could miss something very important. So I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna go on ahead and just when are you picking this back up? About my favorite parts. So I think what I'll do is tomorrow I will keep playing. I will pick up from where I left off since I ended early. So tomorrow night I will come back to GhostStop. But after going to GhostStop, I'm going to then play GhostStop for maybe about the first hour or so. Maybe not do as much chit chat as I usually do, and then this is for my folks over on YouTube as well. So we'll start at the same time again tomorrow at 6, and I will do a little bit of chit chat, not too much. Pick up with GhostStop, go for roughly an hour until the end, and then I'm going to crack into the Wildwood Sanatorium footage, which I've been chomping at the bit to get to since last year, because that's when we went there. We went there. It was the week after TwitchCon. Week after TwitchCon, Pip and I basically packed bags and we hopped in a car and we went out to Western New York State, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So we're gonna crack into that footage. So that should be fun. Okay, but right now I'm gonna call it, and I'll tell you who we're heading over to. We're gonna head on over to President Noir because they are on a partner push, and we're hoping the best for them. So here's what we do. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to set up that raid. There he is. And for those of you on YouTube, stream is just going to come to an end. So thank you very much, everybody over on YouTube. But for you on Twitch, yeah, I'm sending you over here to President Noir. Now, it's real easy. If you got a tier 1 sub, all you got to do is copy pasta this message into chat. That's it. You do that, you're golden. However, if you don't have a sub to my channel, that's okay too. Just go ahead and throw in whatever emotes you want, but just make sure that the text message says it's a tea party, a tea with 2 E's, and cheers to the Monster Mash. We're going to, again, wrap things up here. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all tomorrow, where we will finish up GhostStop, and then we will crack into the Wildwood Sanatorium. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thank you for your questions, for your comments. I appreciate all of you over on YouTube and on Twitch. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Take care, everybody. Peace.